And we are live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
With Joe Newberry.
Hello, everybody.
Joe Newberry.
So you're gonna flip a coin, I hear.
Yeah, that is true. We
It's
are
exciting.
going to flip a coin. We're going to do this fast because Joe is running off to the Kraken after this.
Yeah,
Come on down if you're
I
if
go
you're
to
in
the
striking
Kraken
distance.
tonight.
Come down to the Kraken.
Yeah, he's going to the Jonathan Bird show to play in between sets, right?
That's how they have their special guests. They
Yeah.
come in, they do a set. Special guests do a couple, and then I'll play a couple with them, and then head on.
Awesome. Yeah, if you've
It's a
never
great
been to
place.
the Kraken on a Wednesday night, definitely this would be a great night to go do it. So we're going to flip a coin.
All right.
If you get it right, you go first.
How's
All right.
the song
If you get it
go?
wrong, we'll go first.
Heads.
I cannot go wrong. There is no go wrong.
There is no
Either
go
I
wrong.
play first or I get to listen to good music
Exactly.
first. That's,
This is Neville's quarter.
oh
Here we
my
go.
Lord.
Call it in there.
Heads.
Oh,
Tails.
tails.
But tails I win as well.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play one.
We're gonna start off with Bluegrass on my mind.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll play your three straight in a row.
Sure.
And then we'll end with one.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
If our show gets too slick for you at any moment, just let us know.
Yeah, you can make comments. We
I
like
think
comments.
somebody already did one.
Go.
I love that guitar.
It's a good old guitar. Actually, a good new guitar.
All right. Here we go. Do you need some tuning over there?
It's not.
She left all of her nice mandolins at home, so she's using my dad's old mandolin.
Which is nice.
All right. Bluegrass on my mind.
Yeah. That was really cool also. It's a watchboard.
Going down, down, down to the sweet sunny south. To hear the cool birds sing, falling mountain way down. And my Tennessee stud left footprints in the snow. Have a feast tonight. If the pastures are plenty to grow. I'm a man of constant sorrow, thinking about the old home place. But the sunny side of the mountain put a smile upon your face. You are my sunshine. I'm so lonesome I could cry. But I keep on the sunny side with bluegrass on my mind. Go ahead, Lex. Woo! Storms are on the ocean. And she's gone, gone, gone. I fly away to a shady road while you sing your old song. Make me a pallet on your floor so I can roll in my sweet baby songs. This train is bound for glory. I'm heading back to the homestead on the farm. Across the Blue Ridge Mountains, where the soul of the man never dies. I'm sitting on top of the world, where this little light of mine will shine. You are my sunshine. I'm so lonesome I could cry. But I keep on the sunny side with the grass on my mind. I'm the sunshine. I'm so lonesome I could cry. But I keep on the sunny side with the much for playing on
Well, thanks for having.
that. That's like the moment of my life that I've been waiting
Well,
for.
buddy, if that's the mark of your life, then we've got to get you out more. But I'm
Oh,
thrilled
he's
to
so
play with
happy.
Yeah, we're just so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm happy to be had. I'm just tickled that you asked me. I really do appreciate it. You know, it's funny. I play a lot, and I play away from home a lot. I was out on the road 206 days last year.
Yeah, wow.
And I miss getting together with friends.
Uh-huh.
I mean, even in
Yeah,
front of a
friends.
camera, but friends. I miss having some community and a hang. So I appreciate you having me.
Welcome home.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We're happy to represent home.
Represent. I wrote a song with my friend Tim Stafford.
Okay.
He plays with a band called Blue Highway. He's a wonderful writer. We did not have much time. I was on my way someplace, and so we set about a 3-hour block as I was driving through his town.
Oh, wow.
And so we did some back and forth about what we were maybe thinking we might write about. And I was just getting this guitar made, and I was happy about this pre-war guitar company guitar coming into my life, but I was also a little bit sad that I wouldn't be playing my old guitar quite as much. So I wanted to, I said to Tim, I want to write about old guitars and how they take on our marks, how they take on our personality.
Definitely.
And then if you have old instruments, and y'all know this, when you get an old guitar, the first thing you do is this. They smell so good.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
funny.
we started thinking about those kind of moments. And so we wrote a song that we called The Marks.
Awesome.
I'll do it for you.
Great. Thank you.
I sat there a while, I didn't want to go in, but I finally opened the door of my car. I went in the church, there on the stand was my grandfather's old guitar. The smell of the wood filled the room like so many times before. It was like he was saying, I'm not really gone, but boy, I can't play this box anymore. That guitar smelled like whiskey and tears, dust from dances and cigarette ashes, Old Spice and gin with herringbone trim, so mostly it smelled like him. I took it home, I held it up to the light, and I saw things I'd never noticed before. I turned it over, I saw the marks of every belt he ever wore. The neck with its divots like valleys and hills, old frets worn from play. The finish was cracked and grain saw daylight, close as the last judgment day. The outside looked like cradle to grave, dust from dances and cigarette ashes, a top paper thin with spidery skin, so mostly it looked like him. All the marks, the proud battle scars of endless nights in nameless bars, he left his mark on country boards and old guitars. So now when I play it, I hear whiskey and tears, dust from dances and cigarette ashes, a long time to spend with a song that won't end. And mostly I sound like him. I try my best to sound like him.
Nice.
There you go.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's funny, originally we were going to play a song I wrote called Ode to the Guitar.
That's
Oh,
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Could you play it tonight? Will you play it?
Well, we're going to do another one that she wrote.
All right,
tonight, but
all right.
I'll play it for you.
Well, I'll just have to tune in to the
Yeah.
next,
Yeah.
next Neville quarter.
And then also that made me think about that mandolin that she happens to be playing tonight, which
Yeah.
she normally wouldn't play. It's my
Mhm.
dad's mandolin.
Yeah, and I
Who-
smelled
who's
it right
passed
before you
away.
started playing.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
You smell it? Yeah, it's got something.
Yeah,
some
I have
must
two
in
things
there.
from my dad, and one is that mandolin, and the other is my pillow, and they're both associated with smells.
Yes.
Yes.
This guitar, it doesn't smell quite right, but it's getting there. It's getting
Not enough whiskey and tears.
not enough whiskey and tears yet.
Do you have a son to pass it on to?
I
or a
don't,
daughter,
but I've got a
or-
bunch of daughters,
There you
and
go.
so
Great.
yeah.
Cool.
Shall I play another one?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
sure.
All right.
Do it.
Let's see. I've spent a lot of my time writing sacred songs about sweet relatives in heaven, and that's been good. But you never know when people come up to you at a show, they'll say just about anything.
Yeah.
And I was there at the break. I was at the record table, and a woman came up, and she started her visit with me by going. I said, "What?"
Okay.
She goes.
Sorry.
She goes. Can you not write a fun song? And I, I kind of got a little pouty about it. It's like, yeah, no, yeah. So I took a fiddle tune title from Western North Carolina called "The Darker the Night, the Better I See," and I'm halfway there. It's a honky tonk song already. So. I've honky tonked most all of my life. My day begins at the edge of the night. I stay up late, that don't bother me. The darker the night, the better I see. Oh, the lights I love are the lights of town. I thank the Lord above when the sun goes down. Find a shady spot, it's where I'll be. 'Cause the darker the night, the better I see. Hit parade has about 3 chords. I'll guarantee you won't be bored. It starts getting good around 2:45. Oh, the darker the night, the better I see. Oh, the lights I love are the lights of town. I thank the Lord above when the sun goes down. Find a shady spot, it's where I'll be. The darker the night, the better I see. When you write these songs, you get to put little bits of your own DNA in them. My dad was a lawyer. People would come up to him and they would say, given what you do, you're surely gonna burn. You're gonna go below. And he would look right at him and he'd say, probably true. You go first and save me a shady spot. So I got to put that in the song. I rest my case at the break of the day. What some call work, I call play. I once was blind, but now I'm free. You know, the darker the night, the better I see. All the lights I love, all the lights of town, I thank the Lord above when the sun goes down. Find a shady spot, that is where I'll be. Darker the night, the better I see. You heard me right. The darker the night, the better I see. Ain't I a sight? The darker the night, the better I see.
Yes.
Ew.
I was so happy when you told me they were going to play that song.
It's a good old song, you know. I love putting little things in when I play it. Especially when I do solo work, I'll put it in, and there's that line that is so pre-programmed into our heads. I once was blind, and the audience, you can see them go, but now I see.
Yeah.
And the line is, I once was blind, but now I'm free, and it makes
Yeah.
people just grin. That's like, oh my God. The first time I ever did that song in public, in a show, I look out, and there's like, I play for all ages, and there were a bunch of gals with gray hair. Like, by the second time through the chorus, they were singing the chorus. It's like, okay,
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
That's
I like
usually
the
a good
dance
song.
too.
yeah,
I was feeling it. Yeah, it's a
There you
good
go.
like
Yeah, it's got a good
jiggy
rhythm.
Yeah.
with it song.
So
Getting jiggy with
where
it.
can people find your music, Joe?
they can find me all over that old intranets. You can find me a lot on Facebook. I have a Facebook music page, which I use some, and that's facebook.com/Joe Newberry Music. But also my regular Facebook page, I've maxed out on the number of folks, but it's an open page, so anybody can come and see what I'm doing, and I put my stuff there a lot. And that's facebook.com/NewberryJoe. And then also I have a website that is more just about biography and some sound clips and things like that. And because all websites should be about me, it's joenewberry.me.
There you go.
One of those fancy people.
JoeNewberry.me.
Fancy, I'm not sure. Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't
And
let
so,
me down.
so besides playing tonight at the Kraken, I wanted you to talk, because a lot of the people who watch us are fellow songwriters. So I wanted you to talk maybe about your songwriter
Workshop.
workshop. Yeah.
My good friend Laura Lynn Dossett and I are going to get together in April 13th, in Stokes County, up where she lives, and we're going to do a day-long workshop about ways that you can take the song that's in your heart and get it out on the paper. If you have a song that you like, but you want to tweak it a little bit, or we might do some co-writing, and certainly we'll talk about that muse, and when you accept the muse, and when you write a song, because you just need to write a song. Sometimes you just need to write a song. And that'll be a day-long thing. You can come find me on Facebook, or you can go to Laura Lynn's page, Laura Lynn Dossett, on Facebook, and you can find her there as well.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
where they can find about the songwriter.
More stuff about us than you'd ever want to know.
All right. Awesome. So you have one last song?
I can do one last song if you'd like, or I can listen to y'all.
We'd love you to.
All right.
Please play another song.
Well,
We could just have the Kraken come to my living room.
that'd be all. I've already found
Dude, I mean,
I've
it's so
already
big, we
found
have the
parking.
space.
Although they might
Got
not
the
be
parking.
happy about no beer being here.
So this song is one that the Gibson brothers recorded, and it's one that had Ricky Skaggs.
And this won an award, right?
It did.
For the IBNAs.
It won the 2012 Gospel Recorded Performance.
Oh, yeah.
And then, when you write these songs and you get them out in the world, songwriters pay attention to this because you don't want to do a cover version of your own song. So I changed the feel of this from straight bluegrass over toward more Carter family feel.
Okay.
And so that way I can still make the song mine, even though it's out there in real solid, beautiful bluegrass form by the Gibson brothers. But this,
That's funny.
I wrote it and got an email out of the blue from the pastor of what was my home church. I left that church and moved when I was 14.
Oh.
He didn't know I went there. He was a Gibson Brothers fan.
You're kidding.
No, and so I get this.
Oh, wow.
I get this email. It's, "Dear Mr. Newberry, I'm the preacher in a little church in a little town in Missouri you've never heard of, Malden First Presbyterian.
Very funny.
Yeah, and I would like to do your song that the Gibson Brothers recorded. I'd like to do your song 'Singing as We Rise' in my church." And when I saw Malden Presbyterian, I emailed him right back and I said, "Pastor, if you look in that third pew,
Yeah.
that's where everybody in this song sat."
Yeah.
And it's a true story. Mr. Monroe would say, "The best songs are true songs." And so this, every bit of this song, my mother loved to sing. My dad was a hardworking man, and my late sister was a pastor. And so when I sing about, in the third verse, "Sister preaching as she rises," you better believe it.
Yeah.
So I'll do it for you. And I thank you again
Thank
for
you.
having me. Up on the mountain, Mother is singing, laughing and shouting, her sweet voice is ringing. Paid no mind to dark and stormy skies. Mother is singing, singing as we rise, singing as we rise, singing as we rise. Head to the pinnacle, singing as we rise. Up on the mountain, Father is working his obligations. He's never shirking, paid no mind, dark and stormy sky. My Father is working as we rise, working as we rise, working as we rise. Head to the pinnacle, working as we rise. Up on the mountain, my sister is preaching a wonderful message. It's powerful teaching. Pay no mind to dark and stormy skies. My sister is preaching as we rise, preaching as we rise, preaching as we rise. Head to the pinnacle, preaching as we rise. Up on the mountain, Mother is singing, laughing and shouting, her sweet voice is ringing. Pay no mind to dark and stormy skies. Mother is singing as we rise, singing. Head to the pinnacle, singing as we rise. We are headed
great. Well,
Really hard not to sing with you.
Well, I wish you would have. Next time, please do.
Well, you're only being recorded. What if we mess it up?
There's literally nothing that you can do to
I
that.
didn't feel like you would sing it.
You know, that's the thing about songs like that.
Yeah.
It's
We should
you know,
sing.
yeah. When you write a song like that, it's not about the words. It's about the word, and the word is we're singing as we rise, or we're preaching as we rise, or we're working as we rise, or we're playing as we rise, or you know, whatever we're doing, we're headed to the pinnacle.
It's like community building song. For sure.
Absolutely.
well, we really appreciate you coming out here.
I'm
We-
thrilled to come. Like they say, it's better to be seen than viewed. So I'm glad. I'm glad I'm still out there doing it. Play me one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll play you one last
Do you want to sit
Yeah.
here next to him, or do you,
She should be fine.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, we went and saw I'm With Her a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, aren't they fantastic?
Yeah, and we were.
Let's do one thing though, Brian.
Like-
Let's
like
switch
I said at
seats
the
so I can
beginning,
actually
we're-
see
Yeah,
you.
I'm
I just want to be on his right side
Oh,
so I
I
can
see.
make eye contact with him.
So
if I
we're,
need
so we're
to.
doing musical chairs.
Well, that's how we do it. All right.
We
so-
were,
That's
we, were,
better. Thanks.
we were there and we saw your poster in the lobby of you.
yeah, I did a show
yeah.
with a bunch
It's
of
just,
friends
it's
in,
like mind blowing that
January.
you're in my living room now.
Well, I don't know why that's mind blowing. It's like what a great place to be. Folks, I encourage you to come to Neville's Quarter.
Yeah.
You might have to sit on the couch and duck, but I'd come. And when you see these
Yeah.
folks playing out, you ought to come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
So we'll play one last one. This one Lex wrote.
Yeah.
It's called Chasing Crickets.
Yeah, I tried to make it Celtic actually. Probably won't come out, but that's its origination. I figured, you know, Joe plays some old stuff, and ironically, Joe Oldberry over there.
Oh, that's me.
Yep. So that's why we chose this one. It's called Chasing Crickets, and it's about, you know, embracing your childhood whims and chasing after crickets and taking it, you know, as a life mission. I guess, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
wrote it.
Even Dad.
To the stars,
To the stars,
sing the crickets.
sing the cricket.
To the
Oh, we
stars.
We got a problem.
What's the problem?
I have a G.
Oh, are you not in
Nope. Not at all. Something happened. Sorry, folks.
So let me tell you, while she's tuning, never ever be afraid of tuning and never apologize for tuning. When we play these instruments, it's like being an airline mechanic. You want the airline mechanic to do their job.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't mind sitting at the gate while the airline mechanic does their job.
Make sure the wing is on.
Absolutely.
Shit, the wings are on.
I travel a lot. I'm never sorry when they say, we're going to take just a little extra time to make sure that everything's just right. And that's what tuning is like. Right there. See?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
We tune because we care.
Absolutely.
One of these would have been interesting crickets.
Sort of low crickets.
You were looking over there. I thought there was a cricket. Are you ready?
Yeah. All right. Sing to the stars. Once again.
To the stars,
To the stars.
sing the crickets.
Sing the crickets.
To the stars,
To the stars.
sing the crickets.
Sing the crickets. Driving in darkness. The air vents were whistling. Out in the dark. Faint sense residing. But outside we can hear the faint hum of sprites outside so near. What hollow hearts do not hear. That's how I knew, my dear, that though aged and tired, we were both inclined to chase the crickets we left behind. soft roars. Children pursue the old, faint chirps of yore. They're chasing the crickets like a fateful romance. They dance with spirits for hot hearts do not hear. That's how I knew, my dear, that the wish and tired we were both inclined to chase the crickets we left behind.
That the waste of time we were both inclined
To chase the crickets we left behind.
Awesome.
All right.
That was great. Thanks so much for tuning
Thank
in,
you for
guys.
tuning
Definitely check out joenewberry.me.
Yes, .me.
.me, or follow him on Facebook. And if you're close by, go to the Kraken right now.
That should have been definitely.
Instagram at js.newberry.
Yeah.
Instagram.
The Daily Hat.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.